What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another crazy video with Jay. And we're gonna get started today. But before we do, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it a lot. And today I just want to talk about like three things that you can really use to just stay motivated throughout the challenges and the hard times and the good times. So we're gonna talk about it today. Some quick vlogs. So appreciate y'all, and let's get right into it. So first thing that I wanted to say to everybody was like just to be thankful. I think everybody. So we always go into this world like there's so many things that we have to be thankful for. And I think everybody, like, you're definitely gonna have a better experience in life if you just be thankful. Because if you're just negative about stuff and everything that you gotta say, then it's like it's kind of hard to ever like have a good life and have a great experience in life in general. So you definitely want to be positive. Just be thankful about everything. For everything that you do. There's always something to be thankful for. And thankful for just living and being alive is one of the most basic things. Thankful for a house. Thankful for everything that you have. There's definitely some things which you can be grateful for, and you can definitely use that to help you and be better and just like and like have a great time. You're definitely gonna see things from a completely different aspect if you just like think about it, like what you do have versus like what you don't have. You're gonna see things like way differently. It's gonna be much better for you. And like second point I have for you is just you're loved. There's always somebody that's there for you, whether it be your parents, your family, and whoever loves you, and just like God loves you. So you're loved a lot by somebody. So just know, even if you have some haters, it doesn't matter. Like, you're always loved. If nobody is giving you attention, it's fine. You always know like you're loved. And whatever you do, there's somebody always watching, or somebody always there. You're gonna get what you put. So if you put in an amount of work, you're gonna always gonna do it. Hard work always wins. So you put in the work. If you're really determined about something, it can really happen. I think that's what I believe truly. Like, if you put work in, it's gonna happen. If you think nobody's watching you, if you think like nobody cares about me, somebody always cares about you, and I do too. If you're watching this, and anybody, but in general, God's always watching. God's always caring. He's got your back. So that's another point. Like, you just got to be thankful for everything. Just be thankful about that. And then secondly, just you're loved. By somebody. Somebody's always there for you. Just know, like, and even if everybody is like feels like you're there, you just gotta know in yourself, like, you're who you are. And I think if you have self identity, like, about who you are versus like somebody else tells you something, it won't really affect you. It just shows the type of person you are. Like, you don't get affected by what other people say, and you don't get influenced by what other people do. You do it because you genuinely like to do something. You're not influenced by others, but you actually like to do something, and you want to do it. And nobody's holding you back. You should always know that you are great at whatever you do, and whatever you put your mind to, that's gonna work. It's gonna work if you have determination, if you have effort, if you put in. And even if you don't see the results, you gotta keep doing it. Because people quit, people give up. And that's my third point. Never quit. Never quit. Because if you quit, you're failed. And that's why I like to tell people, like, failure is only there when you quit. Like, you can't ever fail at something if you don't quit it. Like, it's just how it works. Failure is only there when you quit. So just keep working hard. If you want to do something great and you have big aspirations, just keep working hard. It's tiny to you, or it feels big to you. Just keep working, keep putting in the effort, and eventually the results will come. And if the results don't come the first time, you got to do it the second time. Many successful people in life, like, they worked, and there's been examples in my life too. Like, first time they work, second time they work, third time they work, fourth time they work, fifth time they work. Maybe even took 20 tries, but that's just how it is. But you're gonna eventually get them. But you always have to focus on putting in the effort. Don't just focus on the result, but focus on the process to get there, and you'll eventually get the result. So I think that's my 3 points. So you're like, be grateful, stay blessed, and never give up. And I think you're gonna have a great experience in life. Because if you really think about it, if you're grateful, your view on the day is gonna be different. If you're like, if you just understand that somebody loves you, and that no matter what other people say, you are called, and you are amazing, and you are loved, that's really gonna push you through hard aspects where people are just feels like everybody in the world hates you. That's gonna push you through. That's gonna make your life a whole lot better. And the third point is never give up. And if you're constantly giving up, your life won't be that good. You're gonna venture through many things, and you realize eventually regret, like I couldn't do that. But you should have that never give up mindset. If you really want to push through and you really have a goal, and you're like, I don't want to, just leave it incomplete. I actually want to do it. Go do it. Don't give up, and don't just see failure and be like, I give up. Just keep going, keep pushing through it, because it's not failure if you don't quit. I think that's just my little speech. I know that I'm like a nobody, and I'm giving this, but like, I think, it's just important that everybody hears this, so they can have better experiences, and you can ask people. I think I'm saying it's pretty accurate, pretty right. But yeah, I mean, I just want to get a little log today, and I hope you guys like this. If you did, subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.